Go, go.
Go.
It's
Go.
day 7, everyone, of the Create-A-Thon, and I'm here with Hannah. Whoop, whoop.
Hi, Richard.
Technology. Hi,
Yes.
Hannah.
Hi.
What are you creating today for us?
We're going to make a collage, and we're going to try to do it in 15 minutes.
At least start a collage of 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Right?
at least start a collage. I mean, I already kind of started it by getting things like gathering things together and sort of like looking through things a little bit.
Mhm.
So I think it'll be okay. I think we can do this in 15, 20 minutes.
And I think a great note for collage making is it isn't just magazines. It's greeting cards, newspapers, like anything that you're pulled to that you can glue down on paper
Yes,
is
and
perfect, right?
exactly. And if you're kind of like me and you just kind of like look at magazines and then throw them away like the next day or something, which I do sometimes, like, well, a lot of times actually, then you can actually create collage from anything you have. And I happen to have just like little doodles that I do to practice drawing something, and we're gonna see if we can add that to our piece today.
What I do, I take old like after Christmas wrapping paper and rip all of like the different kinds of wrapping paper and then frame it and then put it out as like a decoration the next year. I
That's
make a
really
little
cute.
collage with
That's
old wrapping paper.
That's really cute. Like I'm gonna have to remember that next Christmas.
It's fun because then you get to like remember like I don't know. I just love wrapping paper and I think it's really pretty. You can get all kinds. So to reuse it instead of throwing it away.
Yeah,
Before Hannah
exactly.
starts, exactly. Before Hannah starts, we're gonna take a look at where we're at. This is the final day of the Create-A-Thon. Make sure whatever you create today and any day really, tag us in it so we can repost everything that you're creating, whether it's art, music, writing, if you're dancing, whatever you're doing, make sure you use that hashtag Create-A-Thon with the heart emoji and we'll repost it and encourage you to keep creating. We have a goal for the Create-A-Thon that started last week of $10,000. It ends at midnight tonight. Now let's take a look at where we're at. Let me get the correct tab open. Here we go. Here it is. We have a goal of $10,000. We are sitting at $8,370 right now. We are so
Wow.
close.
Wow.
So I know. Isn't that amazing how much we've made since this has started? And the really cool part is that we have an anonymous donor who's matching dollar for dollar up to $10,000. So by midnight tonight, we could raise $20,000. What?
That's amazing. I know. 20,000? And
$20,000. I
we
just put, yep,
no, we only need 2,000 more too. It's so close.
less than 2,000. Less than
Yeah.
$2,000 between now and midnight. I just put the link in the comments if you want to donate. That would be awesome. We have a bunch of people who have created fundraisers, so go find your friends who have done that and donate to their page because we might be giving away some prizes for some of the people who are fundraising. Right now, Cindy Roberts, you're in first place with $1,795 raised. I know. Pablo is right behind you at $1,675. So there's going to be a tight race tonight, I think, between the two of them. And there's a prize for top fundraiser. I can't tell you what it is, but it's pretty cool. So I'm just saying, if anybody likes a competition, there's a good one to jump on.
That's cool.
It's very awesome. We're so close. And I want to thank everybody who has donated, everybody who has created a fundraiser. It all means so much to us and to the people that we work with. So thank you. All right, let's get creating, shall we?
Yeah,
I'm going to get out of here.
go.
Hannah's going to fix her phone, and then we're going to
Yes.
make some collage.
Yes.
Or a collage.
I can't wait.
You know what I mean.
I can't wait.
Take it
Thank
away,
you,
Hannah.
Richard. All right, you guys. So let's get started. Okay, as you can see here, I have several things to look at. These these little pictures that you see right here, these are just random little drawings that I have made throughout a long period of time. Like this one right here, I was hoping that maybe this one or this one could be like the centerpiece for this random little watercolor drawing that I made. This watercolor drawing happened to come about as like a little experiment that I was doing. there's a little technique that I wanted to try out, and I wanted to see what certain colors look like. And so this page was just sitting there, like not doing anything, just kind of collecting dust. So and honestly, like I've moved it around my studio plenty of times. So I figured we could just use it today because it's what we have. And when you have collages, that's pretty much what you do. You use what you have. You use what you have, what the magazines provide for you, anything and everything that you can get your hands on. The one magazine that I could find happened to be like a Momentum magazine. So I subscribed to this one, and this is pretty cool right here. So I don't know, I found that this background right here is pretty cool, so maybe we could use it. Don't really know. We have like 15 minutes to do it though. So now, first off, I need to find my glue. Got it. Got my glue. So you don't need anything special. This I just happen to have right behind me, just sitting back there. Need the our cutting tools. Now this one right here, I'm thinking can probably just cut it out like this. How can I organize? If you can't tell, I really love cactus plants. So what do I draw all the time? Cactus plants. And these are really just like practice things, practice doodles. I might be looking at or looking for a new project for a patient, and I'll need to practice drawing it because I wanna be able to teach it well enough. So I just have these random doodles everywhere. And even if you are not an artist though, like choose what you have. If you have magazines around, if you have newspapers, if you have what else could you use? Advertisements that might work. And I wanted to show you in the magazine after I cut this out. I wanted to show you what you can look for if you're looking for cool designs or cool backgrounds. Magazines are full, and even advertisements are full of just um, colorscapes or pictures that may not even seem like they could be usable if you look. But if you look at the picture itself, there's plenty to pull from. Okay, so seeing as how this is going to take a million years to cut out, let's do this and go from there. We'll just say that we intended to do this right from the beginning. Nobody's really going to know, right? It's going to be all secret. We intended to cut it this way this whole time, of course. Because when you do art, you absolutely always know what you're doing, right? That was sarcasm. Just in case y'all missed it. If y'all know me at all, you'll know that I'm always winging it. Always. Richard definitely knows that. And there you go. Cut out. Nice and pretty. Put that aside. I'm going to use this right here because it is most easily available. Like, I really just have to do this cutting to it, and that is it. And then, since I don't like that it's so square, I'm going to take it and cut around all of this. I'm looking at the general shapes and outlines of my sea. And figuring out what to do from there. I would like to challenge you guys to create a collage in a short amount of time, say maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes. See how well you do. See how far you get. Of course, don't rush the cutting process. Of course, you want to be as safe as possible. Oh, look at that. It took me 30 seconds to cut that out. So, I'm going to put that right there? Or should I put that right here? I don't know. Figure it out. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. Notice how we have a lot to work with if we just look at the bigger pictures, like literally just looking at the big spots in certain places. So if I wanted to, I could just take my scissors, cut this part out. I'm going to cut her out. Leave her right there. And let's see what we can do with a bed of flowers. I could maybe cut out the shape of a bush, maybe? Or like cut out a heart. I think that's what I'll do. Perhaps I can start from the corner here. And hearts have corners, so this is perfect. If you're able to, try to imagine or visualize the shape within the shapes. Now, ta-da, we have that. And because it wouldn't really be even without it, I'm going to make yet another heart. Just one more. There you go. That's what you can do with the larger spaces that you find in magazines. So I thought I had found another one somewhere. That's kind of a cool thing. I don't think I want to spend all that time cutting out this though. I do happen to really like this right here, the spade. Take a look at smaller things like that. Now, I do want to read this article. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I want to read this, but I know that I can find this magazine online, so it works out for me. I can cut out the pretty pictures. Now, I actually want to hold this a lot more easily, so keep that in mind. You know what, guys? This is interesting. This actually looks like a light bulb to me. What can we do with a light bulb? I'm not going to make a heart. I'm going to make a light bulb. Kid you not, that was 100% on accident. Did not intend to do that. It's either a light bulb or it's a hot air balloon. I actually really like the idea of it being an air balloon. Like, what if I were to put this together? Like this. No, I'm just cutting these things out on the fly. Not putting any real thought into it. Just going for it. Gotta get that glue down. So I'm gonna glue it. Go. Now, I'm just gonna put there. I feel like it would work well there. I should probably use my fingers to spread out the glue. Probably. Especially so I can get those edges right about here. There we go. Much better. And this is just to show you that you can do collage really simply and easily in 15 minutes or less. I do want to put a little bit of glue in every little spot there. Should we go there? Or should we go kind of like over here? I just want to do one more thing if I can. Here we go. Colors. This even says kind of what the colors are meant to do, which is pretty cool. I am just looking at the shapes themselves, the shapes of the colors. I think I can probably add just one more thing. These are some little doodles that I did. Probably a while back. Gotta clean up those lines. This will probably be the last thing that I add. And that will be it. Once again, if you have already donated, then thank you a million times. What kinds of projects do you do? I posted something yesterday about a project that a student and I are working on. She comes to see me every single week, same time. It's just habit by now that her come see me. And we just do art. We do whatever is on her mind. We may not finish a project that day, so we will always continue it the next day until it's completely finished. And voila! I'm done. I could add more, and I might add more, maybe later. But I hope you guys enjoyed this project. This was made using just one magazine, the advertisements that were inside of it, and the little doodles and things that I just had laying around. Like, they weren't really going to be used or anything. So this is what I made. Now they get to be used and loved. Richard.
That's fun. I love it.
Yay! Thank you.
I love that. I usually, when I do them, I start with a blank sheet of paper, but I loved that you used color behind it.
Yeah, I was debating on whether or not I should throw this whole thing away because I wasn't going to use it for anything else, but it just ended up working out perfectly.
I love that because, yeah, it almost looks like a background of and then it's like a 3-dimensional piece you're sort of building. It's really cool.
Yeah, and this all just happened today just by chance, you know. So if anyone,
of course it did.
Yeah. If anybody wants to know how I made the background, I literally just used Crayola watercolors, like just this, and lots of water, and just playing around with it, and thick paper, of course, so you know.
It's a great way to, if you're like just playing around with paint and maybe you don't love the way it turned out, put something on top of it. See what happens.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like a great way to deal with these things.
Exactly. Well, it's the last day of the Create-A-Thon, so make sure that you're tagging us in all of your social media posts and using the hashtag Create-A-Thon with the heart emoji. We want to thank everybody who has set up a fundraiser and who has donated. We'll be back tomorrow at noon with a live stream to give out some prizes, which are very fun. And keep creating, everyone. We will see you later.
Woohoo! Thank you guys.
Bye.